Hi everyone, welcome to Tarot Tuesday. It's Nikki. If you're new to Mystical Enlightenment, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. So if you're new here, I would like to share with you the tarot deck and oracle deck that I use to do readings. So the tarot deck that I use is the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann. And if you're interested after being here tonight in purchasing this deck, you can get it on Amazon. It is $24.99 in the US and $33.99 in Canada. And then you will also see me do some oracle card pulls from the Earth Magic deck. This is Steve D. Farmer. And this you can also get on Amazon. Hi, Cindy. How are you? And this one is $19.99 in the US and $25.99 in Canada. So my process basically is I always do a 3-card pull. Sometimes I pull a 4th card, and sometimes I pull an oracle card to assist me in clarifying. So you'll notice that as I'm reading. Awesome. All right. Do you want a general reading or a specific question reading? General. Okay, great. And as you see, guys, today the word is mugwort if you would like a reading. So we're going to get started. And before we get started, I'd just like to ask that the white light surrounds us, our guides, guardians, and angels join us and allow the cards to communicate that which needs to be communicated tonight and that which needs to be heard. And we thank you for joining us tonight and being with us through the readings. So mote it be. Hi, J Rage. Welcome. So we're going to go ahead and get started with Cindy. Oops. You got jumpers. I just lost them. Okay, so your first card tonight is the 7 of Pentacles. And it's funny, you got all Pentacle cards, which is excellent, depending on your view. But I love the Pentacles. Pentacles have to do with finances and earthly matters, more so than having to do with emotional or spiritual matters. So your first card is the 7 of Pentacles, which is long-term gains. And I love this version of the card because this card has to do with manifesting that which you put out there. So what you've been putting out there is going to start appearing in your life. So those seeds you've been sowing are going to start coming true. Hi, Melanie. Your second card is the 4 of Pentacles, which reminds us that this is kind of a mixed bag card because it has two meanings. One could be that we're putting too much out financially, right? We're putting too much out. We're not saving enough. And the other is that we're holding back too much and we're not putting enough out there. So that card is an kind of one you got to interpret there. The Four of Pentacles was your card today. Interesting. I love when they come up, like you get the same card over and over. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Melanie. Good to see you. And your last card is so interesting because I think this fits right now, is the Two of Pentacles, which is all about balancing. What do you need? Where do you need to make that shift in the balance of things? Where could you give a little? Where could you take a little? Are you putting too much in one area where you might, are you feeling guilty that you're putting too much into one area and not enough into another? So we want to really have that, deal with those ups and downs and juggling of life. So we have a lot going on. We have the manifestation. We have the need to deal with the holding back or the giving too much, which wherever that might be, and the juggling of it all. So I'm going to pull an oracle for you to hopefully clarify some of this. The cards are just jumping for you tonight. And the card that I pulled for you is Stillness. And that's a gorgeous card. So I think the answer would be to get in touch with that stillness within. Kind of take that time to find that the meaning of it all and figure it all out with the stillness. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for letting me read for you. I love reading for new people. It's always fun. Oh, you're welcome. I saw a bunch of you come in while I was reading, so let me just scroll back and see. I saw John come in. I saw Melly come in. And Crystal. Melanie, are you still on the way home? Yes, I did. I'm excited to watch that. That is so awesome. If anybody didn't see that, Deborah Blake, who did Everyday Tarot, I believe, right? She did Everyday Tarot, is going to be on Cindy's channel on Thursday night. So that's an awesome interview to watch. Crystal. Mel, you are still on your way home. Okay. Let me know when you're home, honey. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read Crystal then. Crystal, do you want a general reading or a specific question? Everyday Witch Tarot. Okay. That's what I thought. I always get that one and the Modern Witch Tarot confused. But that's awesome. Okay. So you want, Crystal wants a general reading. So let's go ahead and get, oh, I love your new picture. More pentacles tonight. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Okay. So your first card is the Five of Pentacles, which fives have to do with, they have to do with conflicts and change. So the Five of Pentacles is Pentacles being finances, right? Usually, the Five of Pentacles reminds us to make sure we're checking in on ourselves, make sure we're kind of doing a self-scan to make sure everything's all right. Have we neglected ourselves in one area that we need to kind of pay more attention to? Whether that be physical, emotional, spiritual. So that's asking us to do a check on ourselves. Your second card is the Queen of Swords. Swords being the decisions, thoughts, mental communications. Okay, the Queen is cold, blunt. She is a good communicator. She is a good-hearted person, but she is to the point. She is going to tell you how it is, and she is going to not be apologetic about it. She's going to get her point across. She's going to tell you how it is. She's very loving. She's a good communicator, but that's just how it is. So that could be representing somebody in your life. That could be representing you. And your last card is the Lovers. The Lovers is usually a romantic relationship. Actually, hold on, because I need to pull another card for you, because I'm getting a message that I just want to confirm. I love when that happens, when I start getting something that I need to confirm. All right. So all right. So here's what we got. I was feeling like the Lovers card was going back to this, what you needed to check in on was like a relationship, to focus on that it wasn't like it was a relationship that needed focus on. The card I pulled after that was this Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, which is the start of it's financial success, it's new business, new opportunities. And then the Oracle card I pulled for you is crystals, which I find amusing because I'm a geek, but it's focus. So it seems to be that you need to focus in on where you need to focus in on, you need to kind of focus on relationships, on what's going on with yourself. I'm feeling a lot of scattered energy, definitely. I think that's why the cards are pulling all over the place. They're pulling at scanning yourself to make sure you're well. They're pulling at the relationship card, the Lovers. They're pulling at financial success. They're pulling all over the place. And then your Oracle is focused. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you for letting me read for you tonight. Sorry, I'm just going back to see. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. Oh, yes. Enjoy. Thanks for letting me read, sweetie. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, so I think Michelle is up next, and then I don't know if we had anybody else. If you would like a reading, please let me know in the comments. Michelle Very is up right now. And then Michelle Cernice. So Michelle Very, then Michelle Cernice. And then we'll keep going from there. All right. So Michelle said, can be general, whatever is meant for me. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so your first card, Michelle, is the High Priestess. I love that High Priestess card. I think that's my favorite High Priestess card. So the High Priestess reminds us to listen to our intuition, to go inside of ourselves to get the answers, right? So it's a connection with that subtle feminine energy inside of ourselves. Your second card is the Hanged Man card, another great one from this deck. The Hanged Man reminds us that sometimes it's necessary to take a pause, to change our perspective on things before we can move forward. So we need that time of pause to shift focus, change our perspective before we can move forward. And your last card is the Two of Wands, which is all about planning the future. Okay. And I also pulled two oracle. I meant to pull one oracle, but you had two jumpers. So your two jumpers were music and harmony and the promise of the new moon promise. Which, what a beautiful card that one is. So it seems like you're going to be coming into that time of pause and reevaluation, going into yourself to get the answers, planning, but there is that promise of hope and harmony ahead. All good things, all, especially that promise at the end. I mean, if anything, a lot of us don't like to pause and take that different perspective and self-reflect. But if this is the outcome at the end of that, I mean, that's just beautiful. So, and a lot of times when you have multiple major arcanas, which these are called major arcanas, I don't know if you know the tarot, but these are major arcanas. These are major life lessons when the arcanas come up. So when you have multiples of those in your life, in your reading, they signify major life lessons, that you're major soul lessons rather than life lessons. So they're like lessons that your soul needs to learn. And a lot of time when those come up, it's a time when you really can't do anything about what's going to be happening. You kind of just got to go through it because your soul needs to learn the lesson. So this is kind of that period for you where it might be helpful for you to remember that part of this reading where it's a period where you're going to need to shift your thinking, and things are out of your hands right now. I hope that was helpful. And for everybody, when those major arcanas come up, that's a good thing to try and remember. I mentioned that in my classes when I'm teaching the major arcana, that they are the major life lessons. So when those cards come up, those are things that we can't really, our hands are kind of tied and we just gotta flow with it, and our soul needs to learn those lessons. Just a tidbit. Welcome back, Crystal. Oh, you're home, Melanie. Great. All right. Thank you for letting me read you, Michelle. Michelle Cernice, did you want a general reading or a specific reading? General? Okay, great. And Michelle Very says, thank you so much. These cards made so much sense for what I'm dealing with and trying to go through. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. Thank you for the response and the validation. That always helps. All right, so Michelle Cernice, let's see what the cards have to say. All right. So we just had 3 cards flip themselves simultaneously. So these are your cards for sure. The first is the Death and Rebirth card. This is such a beautiful card. So this is a time period for you of transformation, of letting go of what is no longer serving you. It is not necessarily going to be a smooth transition. These may be quick changes. They're not going to be, they won't be smooth. They might be rocky. It might be hard to let go of some of these. They could be relationships. They could be friendships. They could be habits, bad habits. They could be a job. It could be anything that is no longer serving you. This is a transformation period for you where you are ending your relationship with these things that are no longer serving you in order to come into a new beginning. Your second card is the Temperance card, which temperance has to do with being sensible. So you want to do things in moderation. So this is kind of like learning to walk again after you've gone through something that's kind of a little bit rough. So this is where you want to rely on your spirit guides, rely on your angels to maybe seek their advice in situations, to, if you believe in that kind of thing, to, which I think most of us in here do. So you want to rely on your spiritual guides to help you out in these situations, to give you that perspective and that guidance that you need. And your last card is the Ace of Pentacles, which we saw come up again before. And that is financial success. That is success of new ventures, usually in business. And I'm going to draw an oracle for you. That Ace of Pentacles could, and we have another jumper. These cards are jumping all over. So your oracle is all about perspective. What a beautiful card. So I think with your tarot cards, this is an important addition to the reading because it's all about your perspective and how you view things as you're going through them. So you can view the transformation and the ending of relationships or the ending of a job or the ending of all these different things as negative, or you can view them as positive because you know something better is coming. So it'll be very important for you to hold on to that thought in your head that yes, while some things may be ending, you know that something better is coming and that these things were not for you, that the universe has something better in mind for you. I hope that was helpful. I know it's always hard to, when you're in the thick of it, to remember those things, but it really does help us to get through those times when we can try and remember that, when we can try and keep that perspective. Michelle, this deck, I don't know if you saw in the beginning, is the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris Ann. It is stunning. She also does the Muse Tarot deck, if you're familiar with that one. All right. I think I am caught up on readings at this point. If anybody is... Oh, wait. Melanie, are you still here? I don't know if my comments are lagging or if something else is going on with my internet. Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. Right. All right, so Melanie, just let me know, honey, if you want a general or a specific question. And if anybody came in while I was reading and would like a reading, let me know in the comments, please. Okay, great. I know you're usually open to whatever the cards say, but I didn't want to assume. Ooh. All right. So your first card is the Queen of Pentacles, which is gorgeous. She is calm, she is grounded, she is financially successful, and has everything that she could possibly need in order to give back to those around her. She is at peace with her entire life. Your second card is the Knight of Pentacles. We're having a lot of pentacles tonight, guys. Knight of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles is knights are this knight is cautious and sensitive. He likes to check all his boxes. He does pros and cons. He makes a list and he checks it twice. He doesn't want to make one misstep. And then your last card is the Seven of Pentacles, which is the manifestation card. So the way I'm reading these cards is that I'm actually reading them kind of backwards for you. it seems as though in order to manifest what you're trying to, or the seeds you've been planting, in order to manifest them, and this is all surrounding finances, I'm feeling, in order to manifest those, you need to focus, which is your oracle card. You need to focus and kind of focus in on knowing exactly what you want. Make that list, know exactly what you want before you proceed towards it, so that you can take the proper steps you need to get to this point of being the Queen of Pentacles, where you are financially secure, you are comfortable, you're at peace with yourself, with your decisions, and everything is secure, and you don't feel like you're questioning yourself. I hope that makes some sense. Hello, Elia, is it? Is that how you pronounce your name? Welcome. Exactly, Melanie. There's a strong pull towards that organizing and focusing. Awesome. Good night, Michelle. Thanks for coming. Have a great night, sweetie. I hope we'll see you soon. Alea? Oh, that's pretty. Alea, you are up next for a reading. Would you like a general reading, or do you have a specific question? You're welcome, Melanie. Anytime. Okay, go ahead whenever you're ready with your question. Does my crush think... Was that supposed to be about me a lot? Let's see what the cards have to say. Oops. Okay, so first off, I did a 3-card pull. That's what I thought you meant. Okay, so first off, I did a 3-card pull, and in the 3-card pull, what I did was the position of that the cards came out would be either yes or no. So if it was up, it was, if the cards come up this way, they're yes. If they come up reverse, they're no. So the 3 cards came up right side, so that would be yes. But I'm going to read the cards. Read what the cards say. Oh, no problem. We all make typos. I do it all the time. So the simple answer to that would be yes. Now, what the cards want you to know tonight is that you may need a change of perspective. The first card that came up is the Hanged Man. When the Hanged Man comes up, or the Hanged Woman in this case, that card is symbolizing a need to pause, a need to give some kind of self-reflection, and perhaps kind of skew your perspective on things a little bit so that you can see things from a different angle or from somebody else's viewpoint, okay? Your second card was the 2 of Wands, which is planning for the future. And your third card is the High Priestess. The High Priestess encourages us to get in touch with our divine femininity and to get in touch with our inner being, our subconscious, our intuition. So when I read these cards, it seems like, yes, your crush does think a lot about you, but the cards are telling me that the message for you tonight is that you need to shift perspective a little bit and focus on yourself, focus on planning your future, getting to know yourself, your true self, if that makes sense. Listening to your intuition a little bit more. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Let's see what the oracle. And the oracle card I pulled for you is stillness. So that again goes along with that pause of the Hangman, the time to pause and be meditative a little bit. And the High Priestess, which is getting in touch with your intuition and your inner self, your subconscious thoughts. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you for letting me read you. If anybody else came in the meantime and would like a reading, now would be the time to let me know in the comments. The High Priestess card is one of my favorite cards. I think it might be my favorite card in the tarot deck. It's interesting. A lot of times, oh, you are so welcome. A lot of times when people ask me if their crush likes them or if somebody is interested in them, a lot of times the cards have very similar messages about going inside of yourself and getting to know yourself. It's quite interesting that pattern exists a lot of the time. I've noticed that recently. All right, while I'm waiting to see if anybody else comes in and would like a reading or not, quick note on Thursday night classes. I may be switching so that we have an alternating week where one week I do Tuesday night tarot readings and I don't do the Thursday night tarot class, and the next week I'll do Thursday night tarot class, but I don't do Tuesday night readings. Just because it's kind of getting crazy with doing videos and lives almost every night of the week. So I will put a message in the Facebook group letting you guys know what is going to be the outcome of that. I'll let you know by tomorrow night about Thursday. But if you're not part of the Facebook group, you can check out the Facebook group. The link is in the description below. And that would be awesome if you joined us there. We do a lot of different things in there as well. And I always announce the upcoming videos in there. Also, if you're here and you haven't liked the video, it would be awesome. Liked this video, it would be awesome if you did that for me, if you enjoyed this. And if you have not subscribed to the page, that would also be amazing if you did that. It always makes me excited to get new subscribers. All right, guys, I think we are probably pretty much caught up tonight. I'm going to give it another couple of minutes to see if anybody else wants a reading, but I think we're pretty much caught up. I am so excited that I got to read so many new people today. I love reading new people. Oh, you're welcome, Melanie. You too. Have a great night. Give my buddy a kiss for me. I wish I could have given him a kiss the other night when I was over. I can't wait till this whole thing is over and I can squeeze him and give him hugs and kisses again. Have a good night, J Rage. All right, guys. Have a good night. Blessed be well, and I will see you all soon. Have a great night, Crystal. Thanks, guys. Bye.